protect your friend's life, to protect another staff's life, right? Some people may think that safety is not important, but it's very necessary, and it's very important, and it covers a lot in terms of safety, in terms of insurance, because anything that happened to you, you lost your finger, you're facing the consequence, and also sometimes you cannot have your benefit in one way or the other. So to prevent all of these things, you have to use the safety equipment. So basically in Slambanja Transit Text here, we have the rules that we are following here. It's a policy, right? So whenever you come to you we have different types of clients and visitors that are coming inside. So in your own area, we are going to talk about your contractors, right? You came to work in the roof ratification. So when you are working in roof ratification, what you should know, when you are coming inside the Slambanja, you need to register your name with the security. When you register your name with the security will give you visitor pass. So the security should write your name, your details, and check all your documents. It should have record of you. Then also the security should make sure that you go through a safety training, right? Then also the security should also direct you how you can go through this facility. If you require escorts, then the security will direct you or take you along. So basically, we have after the security log you, write your name and your details, it will give you a visitor pass. Or the visitor is still like the contractors. Contractors are using this one, right? So then when you are walking inside the facility, you have to use the green line. We call this the green line. But if you are a contractor, before you start any work, before any work must start, they should have the PTW. That is called the permit to work. So the permit to work is either made by the foreman, then also the foreman will take it to the facility manager, or we have Mr. Jiju, who is the facility manager here. Then also we have Mr. PV Rao, who is the safety coordinator here also. So whatever instruction they are giving, whatever instruction, how people should be safe in this facility. So cut it short, after security give you the security, the visitor pass, if you are a contractor, you should make sure that you have the safety hat, right? So when you have the safety hat, you should have the goggles, what we call glasses, right? You should have that goggles. Then also we have another one we call the cover roll, or you have safety vest, right? Safety vest. So you should have those PPE all the time with you when you are coming, right? If you are going behind the yard, we have one place we call behind the yard area. You should always have your helmets, your safety hat on, and your glasses and your safety belts, right? Then when you are walking through the parking side, you should always use the green line. The green line is where it's very safe to walk, right? So when you're using this green line, if you need any help, like you want to go to washroom, you want to go to the cafeteria, you should either inform the security or you use the green line, right? So anything you don't understand, you have to ask either a foreman or the supervisor. Now we come to the area when you want to walk, you should always make sure that you have the safety glasses and safety shoe. You have the safety shoe, then with safety gloves. Then you also have the cover roll, right? So if you are doing any weldy work, like when you want to use the grinder, you should have hot work permits. The hot work permit, like this grinder, it might lead to spark. So that's to show that you are using something that have current. And when when you are doing the gliding, you're doing the gliding, you have to have your glasses on, you have to have your safety hat, then you have to have your cover on for you to protect yourself, because sometimes there is a spark which is coming out from it. Maybe that spark can enter your eyes and it can lead to accident and you can get injured, right? So in other way, we are trying to protect your own life, and also the company also policy trying to protect your life and not to bring problem to the facility management, right? Then after you use this one, you make sure that whenever you want to walk, you should always have these gloves and the hat, and you also have, sometimes you have masks where it's necessary. If you are doing any spray work like painting, any spray, you should have your mask on. Why you are having mask on is to protect yourself, right? To protect yourself, your lungs. This is because the first thing, safety comes first. You have to protect yourself, right? So we're talking also about the sleep trip, right? So like you have to be very watchful of where you are stepping, right? So like stepping and handling and lifting incidents accounts for most of the safety incidents in this space, and where you are as most weeks as visitor, your hand are at a particular risk. So whenever you are moving around, you have to watch your step. Then when you are climbing is also very important. You have to put on your gloves. So when you are climbing, you have to hold first with your two hands before stepping little by little till you reach the rooftop or where you want to go and walk. Then also you have the safety, the harness, which is called the safety line also. So when you are walking up the rooftop, you always have to make sure that you have this safety line or the harness. You have to have this one. You clip it to the scaffold, right? This is to protect you, because if there is a wind, and because accident is inevitable, accident can occur at any time. You have natural disaster can occur. Maybe there is a wind, right? So this wind, your weight cannot contain this wind. So or you slip trip. So when you slip and trip, because of this safety harness, right, you can easily hold you back. So that is the most reason why they are using it. And also the roof, it might be that some places damaged. Maybe you want to come down. So because of this scaffold line, it will also help you. So that is the reason why you should always put it on, right? Then when you're using the gloves, while you are using the gloves, it's very important also, because for your finger, this finger is very important. Very important, and it's very fast to touch anything. For example, now you want to fall down. Even if you see something very sharp like this, you will try to grab it for you to save this whole body. You will just immediately forget and try to grab with your hands. But the question is, the answer is that if you have gloves on your hand, even if you try to grab something with your hands, which is very sharp, it can help you for that equipment not to damage your hand, right? So that is the more important thing why you should be using gloves to protect your fingers. Because when one finger is affected, it affected the mind, it affected the whole body. Then another thing also, before you start your walk, you should always try to exercise your fingers. You try to exercise your fingers, and so you're loosening up your body, so your body will not be stiff, right? Then also we're talking about we finished the gloves, then the hat, right? This hat also is very necessary, right? Maybe you are trying to climb the scaffold. Anything is on top, right? A sharp iron, right? So you can easily hit your head on top of the iron, right? If the element is with you, the safety hat is with you, you cannot injure your head, right? So that is also, then anything can come from up and fell down, so it can, because of these elements, it can reduce the force for your head not to get injured, right? So that is why it's very, you might think that it's not necessary to put a safety hat, but it's very necessary, right? So we're talking about the safety hat. Then also the glasses, I've mentioned the glasses. If you are doing, where do you walk, right? Or you are doing nailing or other thing, right? The nail can easily trip and come to your eyes. But if you have a glasses with you have a glasses, it can protect it from entering to your eyes. So that is why glasses is very necessary. And also there is a wind coming. So if wind is coming, it can blow through your eyes. There are so many particles in the air, right? So also glasses is very important, right? Then the safety boots. Safety boots also is very, mostly more necessary and important, right? Because there is an iron in front. Anything can fall on your feet. Because of you have the safety boot, your toes cannot get damaged. So that is why safety boot is more necessary. It can protect your feet, right? Then we're talking about the coverall, right, or safety. Okay, safety vest. Safety vest is like a reflector. So like sometimes if immediately someone is far placed, right, you can see the reflector. They can know that somebody is walking there, right? So that is why. Then coverall, right? Coverall, in case there is a fire, you are in that particular premise, right, in case there is a fire. So that means without coverall, it's very hard for either spark to enter that coverall, right, because of the material they use, right? So I've finished about the PPE, which is the personal safety, protective equipment that you should use in this place, right? So then we're talking about in case of there is any fire alarm. If you had any fire alarm, there is an assembly point which is located in security, the security area there, right? There is an assembly point whenever you had fire alarm, you don't need to run, you just need to come down, little by little you come down and follow the green line. Because this green line, nothing up, if there is a fire, nothing up will fall down on the green line. So you use the green line and go to the assembly point, right? So let's say if you are back of this smoking area, we don't need to go inside block A. Block A is this main building, is block A. You just need to use use the green line behind, then you use the other parking, you see this side, then you go to the assembly point, right? So climbing is very important also. When you want to climb, you have your gloves or your full PPE on. Then also you have to assembly point in case there is a fire alarm. That's the assembly point. You have to go to security assembly point. Then because of you will have your name and your T card. Any person that's come will have T card. The T card is to show that you are inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end of the day, we have security have to give accountability of how many people are inside. Right? So immediately you hear a fire alarm, don't sit, just come down and go to assembly point. Then make sure that you always have your safety gloves on, right? Then your glasses, you have to have it. Then also you have your safety hat. But we have a requirement that everybody that is coming here, contractors, all of us contractors, we should use yellow hats. We know that different hats, they have different reasons. But because of we are contractors here, so Sambaja facility, they want us to use the yellow as contractors. Not that you are less or you are high, no. It's just to show the uniform, the difference between we and their staff, right? So, like the slip, trip, right? You have to be careful. Whenever you are walking around, you have to watch where you are stepping and when you are climbing and where you want to sit. You have to be careful. So basically, if you have any question, any doubts, you ask your foreman, or you can ask the security. You need any guidance, you can ask us, right? But like I said, safety here is more important. Make sure that when you are walking up, you always have your equipment, your glasses, your hat, and your gloves on. Then you also have to use the green line, right? Then whenever you want to do any hot work, you can ask your engineer. We need permits. Anything that you don't understand, also you can ask the engineer, Mr. Kofanos, who is here, right? Because if our safety and facility manager, Mr. Jiju and Mr. PPE, they see you, then they will send you out of this facility, because they are so concerned about safety, and they are checking all the time. They are checking, right? And also, we're talking about your own personal health also, right? Because of the humidity of the weather, you have to make sure that you keep on drinking water, and you have food. The pantry is here where you can get water, you can get your food. So make sure that you drink lots of water. If you know that you are feeling, because this is humidity period, if you know that you are feeling upset, right, your eyes is dimming, make sure that you tell your supervisor, you tell the engineer, I'm not feeling okay, they can take a rest, right? So immediately you feel different, you feel that your body is not okay, don't be shy, don't nothing, you understand, don't pause, you immediately stop and call your engineer, please, I'm not feeling okay, right? They can also inform security, right? Then make sure. So these are all what is required for here. So I hope you understand. Safety elements were necessary. Your gloves, then your goggles, right? Then your safety boots and safety vest. Yeah. So those are all. Thank you very much.